Well, hello, welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue, and tonight we have rather disturbing videos of Harry acting. I'm going to try to be polite with this one, acting inappropriate with other men that my guess is that they are strangers to him, and that behavior includes nipple painting. But first, I need to show you this picture, because the moment I stumble upon this photograph, I notice that it screams very loud one thing. Well, two things if you count that Meghan has been lying about her height. The thing this picture is screaming is that Harry doesn't really have a wife. And you know why I'm making such a statement. In no sane world, the colors mauve, apple green, blue, and black shoes match. And that is not including the ginger hair. I mean, now I honestly regret making fun of Harry so many times, making fun of about his gray suits. This makes me miss the gray suits. And this is why I tell you that Harry has no wife, because no wife would let her man be seen like this unless it's on purpose. I've been saying this time and time again since that United Nations speech. It's like if Meghan wanted the world to laugh at Harry in the way he dresses, in the way he acts, and with whatever comes out of his mouth. At no point we see the slightest intention on Meghan's side to give a hand. And I can imagine feminists saying, but it is not Meghan's job to be Harry's dresser. He's a grown man. He could do it for himself. Well, that is not how the whole wife thing works, especially when said wife had a fashion and lifestyle blog and she has been praised as an amazing speaker and whatnot. I am not an expert in fashion, and I'm certainly not Derek Dye Workwear on X, but this is how I would have fixed Harry's clothes. Either a lilac shirt to limit the palette and bridge the gap between the mauve jacket and the blue pants, or a lighter jacket. In all cases, it's limiting the amount of colors at play, and you have all the right in the world to say that it still looks awful, but I tried. We are talking about fixing Harry, and there was a suggestion by F1 on X. Just one more adjustment. Remove the big piece at his right elbow. Must be static electricity, making it clean the air. Spot on. And it's not surprising that I was attacked for being a misogynist. You imply that it is a wife's responsibility to ensure that her husband is properly attired. A poorly turned out man is evidence of a bad wife, or have I misunderstood you? No, that is exactly what I meant, and that is not being a misogynist. That's being a realist. Cope harder. And nothing can fix the fact that Harry has concerning behavior near men. Men that in this case are complete strangers, or that he met really recently. Because you can see that in the activity, the gentleman is raising his hands and Harry, twice laughing, is reaching for his nipples. I mean, this is awkward enough among friends. I've always found that gesture annoying, and I can imagine being the victim of such a prank by a dumb, entitled prince. And thanks to Princess Chelsea, by the way, for providing the clip. And of course, it's not the first time. We could think of this as some sort of rite of passage upon meeting Harry. But as J.E. May says, someday a bloke is going to break his nose for that without thinking. Just an automatic reflex. Oh, I hope they get that on camera. But one thing that we got on camera is the moment another guy grabs Harry's arm to bring him to play basketball, or I don't know what they were going to do, but you can clearly see in slow motion that Harry makes sure to grab the man's hand and just take it away from his. Right out of the gate, the optics are not good. But to be fair, when I shared this post on my X account, a decent amount of people said that they wouldn't want to be grabbed like that either. And that is fair. I don't like to be led, much less physically. But there are less dismissive ways to end the thing that's bothering you. The first one is, well, walk faster than the guy. Don't let him drag you. Make sure to tap his back at the end to not look like this. If it was William, the one that did this gesture, you can imagine that it would have broken the internet, with all the outlets claiming that this is a proof of how profoundly racist is the royal family. But of course, it's Harry, and since he was the one who went biracial, then no problem, I guess. The problem is that with Harry, well, let's say that he's collecting moments like this, like if it was an album of awkwardness around people. I'm not going to get into details because you have a good idea of what I'm talking about. Oh, this slide appeared out of nowhere. I wonder if this is some kind of cryptic message I'm sending so it complements the idea I have been talking about so far in a covered way so I don't get that controversial on a single video. Oh, maybe it's nothing. And nothing is exactly what Princess Anne must be thinking. How pretentious are the articles of stopping by the Save the Children UK offices? As Meghan Small comments, the Princess Royal has been the royal patron for Save the Children UK since 1970. And maybe Meghan is doing this as some sort of revenge for being kicked out of Frogmore Cottage for good. But I don't think Princess Anne is concerned or upset in the least, because contrary to the dishwasher Duchess, the Princess Royal does carry her own luggage when traveling, which already says a lot about her. And I call Meghan the dishwasher Duchess because I couldn't help but associate this Hillary Clinton tweet to the dishwasher soap letter story. Take a look at this. When I was a little girl, I wrote to NASA and told them I dreamed about being an astronaut. They wrote back and said they weren't taking girls. To what Alexander Cortez answered, "You were born in 1947. NASA wasn't formed until 1958, and we didn't have an astronaut in space until 1962. When you were 15 years old, you didn't write a letter to NASA when you were a little girl, and you should definitely stop drunk tweeting." Oh, how marvelous was that own! And this is a video I wanted to show you that has literally exploded these days, and I just want to talk like this, but let's listen.
Girls, what's just happened?
So, there's an ice cream van there selling just 2 ice creams with 2 chewing gums in it.
Yeah.
For bloody £9 for 2 of them.
£9 for 2?
Yeah, £9. That is going to get nowhere. The one that comes on my street is either £1 a p or £2. That is going to get nowhere with that.
No, he ain't, is it?
No, he ain't.
That's well bad, isn't
Yeah, you
it?
should know. And he only does bloody card. Stood there with my cash. Bloody hell.
That's well bad, isn't it?
Bloody well bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, bet he can hear me.
You can hear me. Oh my god. There are so many accents in the UK and they all sound beautiful. I would love to download them all directly to my brain, Matrix style, and be able to swap between them like with an app on my phone. I'm just afraid that the Nigerian prince that sends scam emails could hack into my brain interface. Can you imagine that? And this joke image I made for my latest video on my Body Language Guy channel. A video about how grandmas are being scammed on Facebook. So if you have a lovely granny and you don't want her to fall prey of this evil scheme, go watch the video. You will find the link in the description. But Rogues, I would love to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. And remember, much love and bliss.